everybody. It is Brandon Foster, the owner of Magic Land Vacations, the travel planning genies. You know, we like to help families like you save time, save stress, save hassle, and create extra magic on those Disney and Universal destination vacations and a whole lot more. And today we have the amazing Kris Phillips with us today. Hi, Kris.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I'm so grateful you're here today to share with all of our amazing families on YouTube and everybody else on the social medias all about your experience of us granting your vacation wishes.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, Kris, you're a dad. You're a teacher. You have a beautiful daughter that just started kindergarten, Penelope. Tell everybody where you went and what were some of the highlights of your vacation.
I feel like we did it all. You know, we stayed at Pop Century Resort. We went to all the parks. I think most of them more than once. We spent some time at Universal. We spent some time at Disney Springs. It was a really great time. We had a lot of fun. Penny had a great time. I think, you know, as a dad, I'm really into Disney. I'm really into Universal. You know, Jurassic Park is my favorite movie. I've got Harry Potter tattoos, you know, like I've got it all. But for me as a dad, I think, you know, being able to experience Disney with her through her eyes and seeing, you know, those moments where, you know, Fancy Nancy and Vampirina come by the table at breakfast, or you know, her having the wand experience at Ollivander's and Universal. Those moments for me were absolute highlight of the trip. You know, I'm a little bit of an adrenaline junkie. Some of the thrill rides were a lot of fun for me. But more than anything, it was, you know, being able to experience, you know, the joy and magic through her eyes was a good time.
Yay! I love that. So in terms of planning, what were some of the biggest wins you think that came from working with us?
Yeah, so I am an intense planner. That, like, you know, if it were up to me on this trip, like if I was just on my own, I would have had the most intense trip planned where every minute was maximized to the point that no one would have had a good time. You know, like it would have been, you know, every to the minute, just we're doing this and this and this and this and this. And for me, that's not what I wanted on this trip. You know, like I wanted to be able to go as a vacationer. Like I didn't want to be the like itinerary czar where I'm, you know, marching everybody around the park and we got to hurry up. We're 10 minutes behind our scheduled time and we need to get to this next ride. I wanted to be able to go and enjoy it. And I wanted to be able to go and experience it without having to think about all of those details and having to plan out every single minute and moment of the trip. And so for me, the vacation planning services allowed me to just take a step back, and I could be involved, right? Like you and I could have meetings and I could sit down and say, hey, I was thinking about this and I was thinking about this, and bounce ideas off of you. And then you could give me feedback and you could say, no, we need to calm down. You need a rest day, you know, or you could talk me down from like, hey, we're going to be there for 8 days and we're going to 16 parks. And, you know, like you were a good kind of temper for me to bring me down a bit, to make it a family vacation that we could all enjoy. And so on top of that, I also felt like I went in fully prepared without having to spend the hours on YouTube and the hours on websites reading information that could have been old or could have been updated. Who knows? I didn't feel like I had to spend all that time getting prepared. You and I, and you broke it down and said, hey, remember these things? Here's what I've got for you. Here's a document. Go for it. Have a good time. And that allowed me really to be, you know, present in my vacation, as opposed to constantly looking at my itinerary going, okay, we're here, where are we at? Here. All right, let's go. It allowed me to really be present, which I'm super thankful for, because it allowed for more, you know, for more magic and more memories for us.
Yeah, absolutely. So in terms of, you know, favorite restaurants, favorite rides, what were some of the highlights, your favorite things that you and Penelope and Megan got to do on your vacation?
You know, I went in with you know, I'll say I went in with very low expectations for character dining, especially because of COVID, right? There's lots of changes and interactions and all these things. And you look at, character dining as an experience, and, my thought is like, oh, we're going for the characters, right? Like the fact that we're eating is a bonus. It's like, hey, we get to be in air conditioning and we get to interact with characters. That's like it. But man, like Topolino's Terrace, the breakfast that I had was probably the best meal I had on the whole trip. The character dining options and the flexibility. I, as someone who has formerly been a restaurateur and worked in restaurants for a long time, I really enjoy flexibility in a dining service. And if I'm honest, when we went to Topolino's, there's a menu in front of you, and our server was like, look, here's the menu, but if you want steak and you want this too, I got you. If you want pancakes, I got you. Whatever you want, we'll make it happen. And so for me, like, the character dining was awesome because Penny had a wonderful time and she loved it. But I ate so much food and it was so good. And I was a skeptic, right? Like, I went in with this idea, like, character dining is, I'm paying a whole bunch of money so that my kid has a good time. And the truth is I had really awesome food. We also did Hollywood and Vine, the Disney Junior breakfast, which was also a really good time. Like, my daughter's 5. She loves Vampirina. She loves Fancy Nancy. I was shocked at how much she loved the race car Goofy. It was a ton of fun, So the food was also really good. And so the character dining, I think, if you are on the fence, absolutely go for it. It's totally worth it. Even with COVID restrictions in place where you can't hug the characters and take a picture right up next to them, it's still absolutely worth it.
Yeah. And what was Penelope's favorite thing of the entire trip? Has she told you, Dad, what her favorite thing was?
That was our daily wrap-up conversation, right? We're on the bus back to the hotel. If I can keep her awake for long enough to get there, that's everybody's conversation, is wrap-up conversation. What was your favorite moment? What was your thing? What'd you enjoy? And months later, Penny's still talking about getting the wand experience at Ollivander's.
Was she chosen?
She was chosen. Yay! It was the cutest thing. She was so nervous and so cautious about wanting to get it all right and wanting to, she was intense about making sure she got our spells in properly. And she had such a great time doing it. It was an experience for sure that I don't think she's 5, and I think it'll last quite a while for her. So she also had a ton of fun. Again, the character dining experiences were some of her favorites. The cavalcades for her were really fun. And she had a great time. She had some moments that she didn't have so much fun on, but that was my fault.
Yeah, no, I think that's awesome though. I think that's so cool that she got actually chosen for the wand experience. I'll put those interactive wands are so much fun too. I'll put a link up there so you guys can watch our interactive wand video. Tell me, you actually did our VIP planning services, which has that really detailed itinerary, step by step, things of like favorite snacks and when to get on the Skyliner and like all that kind of stuff. How helpful was that for your vacation?
It was great. Beyond booking all the dining reservations and setting me up and getting me ready for Rise of the Resistance and all those things, I think honestly, having this sounds silly, but again, intense planner, like, I'm get up, let's go, all day long, open to close. We're going to hit everything. We're going to enjoy it all. We're not going to stop and enjoy anything but the rides and the experience and all this stuff. Having someone else give me a time to depart the hotel that I didn't have to be like, we have to go at 7:30. I had a piece of paper that was like backing me up that said, hey, you need to get on the Skyliner at this time. So I didn't have to have any disputes, or like, I didn't have to deal with much pushback from the family saying, I'm tired. I'm like, hey, we got plans. We got to get there. So having the times to get on the Skyliner one, was helpful for me in convincing everybody to get up and go, and two, saved me a ton of time. You know, the one day where I did say, hey, like, I'm also exhausted, let's hold back a bit. Skyline line was long. It was long. It's a long one. So having that itinerary in place, especially again, you know, with the ever-changing protocols in place and everything that was going on and things being open and closed and you know, the constant shift of what was available and unavailable, having up-to-date information that I didn't have to spend a long time trying to figure out was super awesome for me.
Yay, I love it. So Kris, final thing, what would you tell any family who is on the fence of using Magic Land Vacation Services? What would you tell them?
My one line would be, your vacation will be better. I mean, it truly, like, you will allow Brandon and the team to take care of you, because you don't know what they know, and you don't want to spend the time getting to know what they know for just your vacation, right? To get all those details in place, to know everything that the travel genies know, takes hours and an extensive amount of time just to get the knowledge base. Then you got to get into all of the hours spent putting the plans together, you know, creating the itinerary, booking the reservations, modifying the reservations, changing your whole trip because you just changed your mind on when you're going to go. You know, all of those things, your unique, you know, family dynamics of like, no, we need this one special thing. You know, all of those little details of, you know, oh, well, I know we're going to be there in like 30 days, but I need you to add an extra day on, you know, all those little things. You don't want to have to deal with that. Your vacation will be much better if you can go get on the plane, land, and just do your vacation and have a good time.
Yay, I love it. Well, thank you so much, Kris, for allowing me the pleasure of granting your family's vacation wishes for you, Megan, and Penelope, for Disney World and Universal Orlando. It was an absolute blast. And thank you for your time today. I appreciate you very much.
Anytime. We'll do it again.
All right. Sounds good. Bye, Kris.
Bye.
Now, of course, Laura and I and all the other genies at Magic Land Vacations would absolutely love to grant your Disney and Universal destination vacation wishes. If you go to our website, you can actually check out all the destinations that we do right over here. You can also schedule a complimentary consultation with one of our amazing Disney and Universal travel planning experts. And Laura, why don't you tell them how can they sign up for one of our amazing giveaways?
You join our VIP Facebook group, you can join there. You can also go to our website and click on the link to our 10 favorite hacks and tricks for Disney and Universal, and you can also go there.
Yes, absolutely. And don't forget, we have some more amazing Disney and Universal video content for you to watch as well. We have a video right here and a video right here. And make sure you check the links in the description where you can figure out where to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.